guys, Jeff Ford, head coach of Fire Coaching, and man, I'm glad to be back in America. Recently just got back from Ironman Cozumel and been getting a lot of questions from athletes and other coaches about how the race went and how I felt about my training in preparation for the event. So I want to recap that stuff. We're going to keep doing a series after all our big events with our athletes to just recap the experience, things we thought about along the way, and especially how we felt. So this time around, I emphasize strength in my training protocol, and I really, anytime we do an event with our athletes or go to Ironman, you've got to focus on the planning of the nutrition and the planning of the pacing. So the swim was shortened this year. It was straight down the current. I hit like 109s per 100, so I was pretty pumped about that. Struggled with goggles. They got hit off a few times, and I got a little bit of nausea along the way. I don't think I was as used to the ocean as I thought I was. So that would be something to do differently next time, is to get some more ocean work in there. Got out of the swim, felt great. I was a little bit worried because of that nausea, but once I got into T1, everything went smooth. Got the bike shoes on, helmet, really straightforward getting on the bike and off onto it. So bike course was great. I like courses that have 3 loops on them because it allows you to mentally kind of know where you're at and to chip away at it. It's like a long CrossFit chipper. When you know the reps, it's a lot easier to get through it because you know you just got those few more miles to go. So bike course pretty straightforward, especially for an Ironman event. If you look at Ironman Wisconsin or Ironman Lake Placid, those are very technical courses. Cozumel, the only big issue is the wind on the backside of the island. So you're with the wind for about, I'd say it was about 2/3 of the race. You had the wind with you, but about 1/3 of the 39-mile loop, wind was directly in your face, guys. It was, you're trying to just push 14 miles per hour, 15 miles per hour and keep up with it. Myself, not a strong biker, was able to handle it quite well. Only thing I didn't like is you see a lot of drafting in Ironman. I don't see why people need to draft when it's against the rules, especially in an event like Ironman where you should just be grateful to be out there. Anyways, bike went smooth. My goal was to hit right at 19.5 miles per hour. Got off the bike 5 hours, 15 minutes, and it was exactly where I wanted to be. So I knew the run was out there for me. Rained during the run pretty heavily, especially into the evening time for the athletes who were out there a little bit longer. But I literally just stuck to my pace. It's tough getting off a 112-mile bike ride and kind of calming down because you're so excited to run, especially me as coming from a running specialty background. I usually go out hard, 7-minute miles sometimes in Ironman events, but reined it in. I'm the coach. I got to listen to what I tell my athletes all the time and just stuck to 8-minute pace. I said 8 to 8:15. I can hold this the entire Ironman. Felt good the whole way. The nutrition on the run was pretty straightforward. It was just Gatorade and water the entire way, 26 miles, drinking at every single station. Salt stick, I think it's critical. You got to make sure you have your electrolytes on the bike and on that run. Too many people forget about that factor, and that's when you start to see the walking and the breakdown in the athlete, is because just not enough sodium to retain that water. On the bike, I did more food-based. So we have our fire bars. You can look up the recipe online. I love to eat on the bike, but thing I learned is that fire bars, if you don't keep them at a cooler temperature the night before the race, is they're going to get a little sticky when you get out there. So a few things. You're always picking up things from an event like Ironman that lasts, anywhere from 8 to 17 hours for people. You're always learning. As a coach, as an athlete, these are things you need to write down so that the next time you're going in even stronger. But had about 6-7 fire bars on the bike, switched to Gatorade on the run. You're always thinking on the run, really about the people who got you there, about, your training. You're second guessing yourself, but then you got to remember that you're out there for fun and that you enjoy this because it's a long day. If you're not still smiling when you get off that bike, you're in trouble. Optimism and positivity is going to take you the distance in Ironman. If you want to be really successful at Ironman, you got to get your head right. And I think I stress that a lot in my recap blog, so be sure to check that out. Anyways, to wrap up the race recap here, got to mile 22, 23 and was just killing it, felt strong, dialed in the last 2 miles, and you know me, I'm going to sprint to that finish line. So came in right at about 10:11 on the clock, deduct 20 because of the pro start, so PR, 13th in the age group, just over 200 overall. Can't complain, guys. Excited to get to Kona on the next one. So stay tuned. We'll keep recapping everything we're doing here at CrossFit Hilton Head, and keep up with your training. Get under the barbell. Focus on technique. We'll talk to you real soon.